Excellent question. The upstairs neighbor has been playing a lot of that Friday night Funkin game, but I assure you he keeps it at a reasonable level.
Welcome to another Friday Night Funkin mod showcase. In the first one, we look at a number of mods from simple music and visual replacements to entire game overhauls. I think it was a decent spread, but as I explained in that video, there was far more that was left out. There was a lot of positive feedback and requests to make a follow-up, so here we are. Also, I should note that I tried to play every mod on normal mode, so I could get the average experience, but I recorded the intentionally difficult stuff on the highest difficulty setting with KDev's bot whenever possible. That said, mod time. We'll start with Sarvente's Mid-Fight Masses, which you got a taste of in the intro. This highly requested mod is a full dealio not unlike Witty and Hex, and that has some unique characters, text cutscenes to help add a bit of story, and some great music. If you complete all 3 songs in the hardest difficulty, which at the time is called Alt, then you get treated to Gospel, featuring an altered stage and a more sinister Sarvente.
Oh, while editing I realized they updated the mod, adding a very rude boy named Celever in his song Casanova.
Another mod that was recommended was Beach Brother, which is just that, a week focusing on GF's hypothetical brother at the beach. Next, we have Versus Annie by Atsu Over. While this doesn't have any fancy cutscenes or story, there are 3 fun songs against Annie, which currently replace Week 3, as well as a 4th song, Over Winter Horrorland, with a fitting stage redesign. And then a short little mod by BPadGamer that pits BF against Tord, a character you might recognize from the classic Ed's World web series. And then it's time for Sans. So as of making this video, the mod is quite newly released, so there are a few things that need to be added, but still, Sans is fully playable, with modified vocals for all of the bass tracks. Week 6 has been restyled to be more Undertale-y, which is quite awesome. on that topic, there are a lot of great literally no one covers that you can play as mods and or just go watch as videos on their channel, but I'd like to highlight Through the Beeps and the Boops, charted by Punk and Mike, which also requires the Woody mod that we looked at in part 1. So as you could probably tell, this is a cover of Through the Fire and the Flames, aka that one song you probably know from Guitar Hero. What's neat here is that they use the guitar like Bomb Boy to produce the more complex bits, while BF handles the rest, which I think is a clever way to split stuff up and still keep the feel of the complex song. For another treat, get Absolutely Coconut Mulled. And then, to apologize for the rudeness, here's a cute bear of the polar variety. And then, for another highly requested mod, it's Matt from Wii Sports and some other me-based things. In Wii Funkin, he's the champion at laying down some sick raps. Welcome to HoloFunk, a mod that melds Friday Night Funkin' with a number of HoloLive VTubers. While I'm pretty sure this solidly falls into fan content territory, I have no clue if the songs will get copyright claimed, so if you're not hearing much of the music, that's why. Still, the art is solid, and I really like the gremlin duo of Gura and Watson over Skin and Pump. It's some great stuff. Rose Criminal is another one that might get claimed, but it's a remixed version of Week 6's Rose and Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal with a fitting sprite. And even better, the pause menu has also been tweaked, which is a really great touch. And then we have Versus Neon, a mod that brings over the character and some of the music from the mod creator's game, Advent Neon. At the time of making this video, Advent Neon has not been released, but from playing the demo, I think it seems like a promising little side-scroller that feels like a nice combo of like Mega Man world building with sonic flow and some pretty good combat. It's neat, and it's worth checking out if you're interested, and the mod itself is also quite nice as well. And then on the topic of related video games, here's some neat Stickmin mods by Spider Thiago. The one for Henry brings with it the Desert Bank stage and a new song called Break by Ren Number 10. The Ellie Rose mod is neat, but it does suffer from the default camera placement for the mom character, making Ellie almost off-screen. And then Charles Calvin has replaced Pico and Santa, and also the pixelated BF in Week 6. There's even some fitting dialogue you could check out for yourself. It's pretty cool. And now for a few visual-only mods. Let's start with the Minus mod, which makes it so everyone has been redesigned to match their icons. But that description undersells what actually is on display. Father, Mother, and GF are all wearing different outfits, while Pico straight up has a dinosaur outfit, or he is one, I'm not sure which. Skid and Pump are now a bit spookier, with one puppeteering the other, and then Monster, or Mr. Lemon Man as I like to call him, is totally different, and I think far superior to the original. There's even 3 versions of BF that you can play as, each with different attire. Beta BF is based on the original icon used until the Week 4 update, while Mean BF is based on the concept icon located within the game's files. The Genderswap mods are also surprisingly well done. Since the GF is now the protagonist, it's now the BF's parents that must be fought. Since GF's parents are more like pretty much demons, the swapped versions are more angelic. Overall, the art matches the original style pretty well, and as of right now, they're all solo mods, but down the road, if the roster is complete, I can see this being a really great mod pack. And then we have Clay. So, at the moment, Mrs. Boomer is a small YouTuber who has been making some really cool videos of mods like Hex, Witty, Zardy, Tricky, all, but they're made out of clay, as well as most of the original cast of characters, which you could play in the linked mod. It's not complete, but the mod and their videos of all the clay versions are worth checking out because I think they're really cool and there's a lot of creativity and they could use more views. Yeah, okay. Of course, we can't forget the Ace Attorney visual overhaul by Certified Weirdo, which I sort of teased with the intro. To be honest, I haven't actually played the games myself, but I do appreciate them. And, I don't know half the characters on display, but any mod with this much effort is Phoenix alright in my book. Anyways. Salty Sunday Night is a total game overhaul that was recommended by more than a few people, and I can see why. Both the visuals and the music have been changed up, and what is here is pretty good. That said, I should note that I think the mod has an higher than average skill floor, meaning even on easy, I found myself challenged more than some of the base game's hard modes on a first playthrough. Then again, I am a very casual player, and I am just judging from first impressions, so if you like what you see, then I think this is another overhaul worth checking out, and you might find a nice challenge waiting for you. Now, here is a conceptual thing called Bopibo Rumble, which is a short one-song mod meant to show off some weird and unique effects that one could do for a mod chart. Visually, it is a bit much, and it might even make you a bit queasy, because there is a number of different effects back to back to back, and it was pretty challenging to play on my own, but I think it's cool for showing that a lot of wackiness is possible with custom mod charts, which can be done to great effect, as I've seen in stuff like Clone Hero. I think it's cool. And then finally, Friday Night Vibing, a mod that overhauls the visuals of Week 4, 5, and 6 to give them a new and improved vibe. I also installed the UTUA update by Geno-X, which changes the music to covers made in the UTUA program, which is the shareware alternative to the Vocaloid software behind stuff like Hatsune Miku. The mod visually increases the max frame rate to 168, but more importantly, restyles the art to fit the unique setting of each week. Week 4 is a visual treat, with a short cutscene to open things up, a more detailed background, and in general, just some real good vibes to end the video with. Thank you so much for watching. Big thanks to my channel members for their support, with a funky fresh thanks to Pseudonymous, Achilles Rhodes, and Captain Crayfish for being super fans. If you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like, perhaps subscribe, and check out some of my other content. That's about it for this one. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.